Hello Guardians, it is Ebontis here, and it is weekly reset time. It is February 27th, it's February patch day, so patch 1.1.3 is live. I will put a link below to the Bungie patch notes for you guys, but the main pieces are the Nightfall Scoring. That is upon us, a couple changes to the Nightfall. We've got the challenge cards for the Prestige, which I think you get from playing the Nightfall. I'm going to have to jump in and see how that all works. Then we've also got a few general changes. And then, as you guys can probably tell, New Monarchy won the faction rally. So I've got a few things to cover. Let's go through them piece by piece, and we'll get to it. So first thing is first, as you guys know, the usual milestones. Let's cover those real fast. Got your clan EXP. You've got your call to arms. Nice thing about the Crucible world, they are working on that playlist. So they said Rumble, Mayhem, and Iron Banner 6v6 are going to be working into the rotation in a future patch. So that is in the works, and hopefully by March. So looking forward to some Crucible variation. That'll be nice. Also got Heroic Strikes and the Leviathan Raid. Nice thing about the Leviathan Raid, those perks and mods basically that you can get from all of the raid gear. They're actually pretty cool. Make some solid changes. So if you haven't done that yet, definitely jump in there and see what those perks can do for you. They're actually pretty nice, especially the class item. That 25% damage bonus is solid. Flashpoint this week is going to be Titan, so good old water planet with a whole bunch of hive on it. As for this one, just to keep in mind, I will get my Cayde stash video up for you guys probably this evening. I'm going to try and get this video up before I go to work, and then I work kind of the evening shift, and then I'll be home later working on probably Cayde stash video first, and then the Nightfall solo. I'll probably be streaming my work on the Nightfall solo, and then maybe posting it tomorrow morning sometime. So you can look for that probably in the next day or so. But yep, that video will be coming, so you'll know where Cayde stashes are. Remember, I've gotten faction weapons from those. I've received faction weapons. I've attained exotic engrams, so they're worth doing. They're usually pretty quick, so if you got the money for it, definitely go check them out. As for the Nightfall, which will be a point of discussion for a little while, got our usuals. We've got our Heroic Strikes, which unfortunately needs a little help to, make itself different. Got our Vanguard Strikes, and now we have the Nightfall with its changes. So, first off, one, you'll notice we've got no modifiers. There are no modifiers over here now. Everything is going to be done through, for one, the challenge cards for any modifiers, and two, the normal is just going to be pretty much as is, which I'm kind of not a fan of. Like, part of the reason for the Nightfall is the modifiers. Maybe your score on Torrent for the week is going to be a little higher score, but maybe that's something you take into account for this week, and you play test it the week before with some of your people, and maybe you bump it up a bit and be like, hey, this is the one with Torrent. You probably need some more score because you guys are going to be tearing stuff apart. That's fine. Just have the changes actually just roll and adapt. You've got testers in there. Have a few of them find kind of a round number and give us a goal that's probably a little higher than normal. So with the modifiers gone, the strikes are going to feel even more normal, which is kind of unfortunate to me. You should be able to solo it. You can work your way through it. Even if you can't find a fire team, there is no reason you'll get kicked back to orbit. So as long as you eventually do enough damage, you will finish the strike. Now, are there going to be some frustrations depending on the strike, which includes this one? Sure. But you will be able to get through it. Your score may go down, but you will be able to get the rewards, which for some, that may be what they're going for. And then they can just improve as they practice. Now, the tree of probabilities is the Mercury strike, where you go through the Infinite Forest, and then you end up, fighting the Cabal major boss that basically kind of goes through a couple different rooms, and that last room and you've got all the lasers and stuff. So, gonna be a dicey one this week, because, yeah, if I had to pick a Mercury strike for a solo Nightfall first time, probably not this one, but you guys can watch me struggle. That'll be part of the fun. But yeah, I'm kind of missing the modifiers over here. I'm hoping those make a way back, have comments, something. Just, I don't know if it's a Mercury strike that did it. I guess we're just going to have to see. I know they kind of want to balance it out for the strikes, I guess for the scoring, so, nothing's thrown completely out of whack, but part of Nightfalls is the modifiers. If you take those out, again, I like the idea of scoring, but even Heroic Strikes had scoring, but you had modifiers, so please bring them back. First request, already thrown it out there, so just had to say my 2 words. Good luck on your Nightfalls, though. I'll be working on mine later. I'll get that guide up for you guys, at least to give you some pointers on how to work through. If you want to go see somebody just probably tear it up and get a crazy high solo score, esoteric, Beastman will still continue doing his thing. But if you guys didn't notice earlier, in the tower, New Monarchy won, to not very many people's surprise. The perk on the pulse rifle was just the best of the 3, And, you know, they've got some shiny armor. So it's up to you guys. But I would probably highly suggest upon Bungie, maybe stack the deck for Future War Cult next time. And, you know, whatever gun you're going to introduce next for Future War Cult, make it awesome. Give it a crazy perk, make it OP, don't care. If you want them to win, got to give us incentive to go over there. But outside of that, we're going to go check that in a couple minutes. Let's go check a couple people's inventory. We'll start at Eververse, and then we'll check the vendors. So here we've got a couple dances for you guys. So we've got the odd dance, if you want to look like a chicken, apparently. You've got the otter dance, if you really want to just be awkward as all get out. Got your good old sparrow ship. You've got the jade countenance. You got your green, red, and gold ornament for fighting lion. Looks pretty cool. I really like this red dwarf for the sunshot. It's just kind of a very clean, nice looking ornament. I really like that one. You've got the gauntlets. Now this is a cool one. If you've got the bright dust, I may honestly just have to see if I can delete enough shaders or find some way to get it. I don't know, but there's not really a great way to get bright dust, but I still would like it. It's a pretty cool one because you've got two perks that are nice for basically everything. All EXP gains, you know, increased by 10%. This would actually be something that's helpful if, you know, there's another live event like Crimson Days and you're grinding for engrams. This would have a benefit there. Second, you've got Omni Telemetry, and this is the telemetry on any elemental weapon. So just more gunsmith stuff all the time. You don't have to worry about that. You may get a tracking for a certain location as well, but just for your general use, I think this one's pretty solid. Now, the funny thing is the texture on this, basically it looks like the ghost is actually transparent. And if you guys actually look at like the stars in the background, it's probably a very slowly rotating, like almost a skybox. But as you can tell, that image in the background is static. And then as I move the screen around, the ghost position is what changes the image, as opposed to the actual background image kind of being stuck with the ghost. So just kind of an interesting thing I noticed there in the art department. Still looks really awesome. I really like even just the stone part on it. But as you guys can tell, whatever I'm looking at here, just the like wherever it's at, that background doesn't change. So whether you rotate this or rotate this, whatever the background position is at, take these two stars like right here in my cursor, they will just slowly move. But if I move everything around, they pretty much keep the same position on my screen. So kind of an interesting way to do things. Still one of the cooler ghosts out there. So if you got the bright dust, I'd probably pick it up. Couple shaders for you guys. Let's go check out Zavala's inventory real quick. Zavala has his usual wares, but he does have his weapon of the day for now. Will be changing tomorrow. It's always limited, changes a couple times a week. Got an Amalon scout rifle, which I do enjoy, but I think the Manon is a better scout rifle. But you do have moving target, increased movement speed, and target acquisition when moving while aiming down sights. Kind of a cool mid-multi-tool sounding one, but Dragonfly is still just a better perk. We've got a pinned magazine, steady rounds, which, you know, a tiny bit of range on a scout rifle versus stability. Probably take that every day of the week. And then you've got the spark, flash, and signal scopes. Don't really need any extra range, so just leave it right there on the top. Nothing else too much here, so let's jump over to Shax. Alright guys, Shax has his usual stuff. You'll also notice we've got new Crucible emblems down here. So, we've got Victorious Veteran. So you can see your lifetime Crucible kills. You guys can see I haven't spent too much time in there. You've got One Path of Victory, quick play like PvP victories. You've got your competitive playlist victories. And then you've got your Fight Forever, just your overall kill-death ratio. You know, kills plus assists divided by death. So the assists are in there, but it's still a nice way to just be able to track it, and it's not just random. If you get 10 engrams, you're going to be able to pick these up, which is kind of nice. You don't have to worry about them. Also, the thing about the emblems is once you pick them up, they are going to have some modifiers to them, so they will actually look different depending on either your class, you can pick a variant, or once you've killed a certain number of combatants, you can also pick the variants. So those will be cool. Also up here, we've got your Gentleman Vagabond. Snipers aren't in the greatest position still. For example, Dragonfly is cool, but it's on kills. I wish there was like Sniper Dragonfly, so on a sniper, if you just get a sniper headshot, whatever it's on, be it a kill or not, that the explosion goes off and you get a bonus. Because if I'm pumping this into a boss, I get no benefit from this final perk. So again, think about the way the guns are used, Bungie. It's all we're asking, and try and give us perks that are functional for what we're using them for. Sniper rifle may be okay for an occasional shot on, you know, PvP, you might get an explosion, but I'm not probably going to use this thing on little guys in PvE, so give me an incentive to use it on the bigger ones and get a bonus from it. Armor-piercing rounds or flared magwell, giving up range for the other two is probably reasonable. And then you've got your telescopic or the one with more handling. Probably okay to give up range, so handling might be alright there. Let's go check and see what the new Monarchy weapon of the week is. Alright, Guardians, so Ezekiel Hideo was the victor again, and with reasonable reason for that, because of the weapon, and basically what the perks the other one have. One, you've got the weapon here, pretty cool looking, pulse rifle, Hake for the background, but it's got the red, the gold line ornament, still looks pretty cool. Your perks are Rampage, and this is the big one that I think probably steered most people, because kills with this weapon temporarily grant increased damage. It's your normal weapon, you're using it all the time, and if you just get kills, you can stack it 3 times. I don't know how long it lasts, but if you keep killing stuff or kill something, work on something bigger. Kill another thing, work on something bigger. Just kill 3 small things, then go put damage into a boss. You still get a benefit from it. It's a pretty nice general use bonus that you can use all the time. So you got accurized rounds, or you can go high caliber rounds, so pretty much depends on if you want the stagger, but the range is nice, so it's kind of up to you and how far you're playing with this gun. Got the iron sights, you've got the holo sights if you want to give up the handling, or some balance in between with the watchdog sights. So up to you on those, but for 1,000 you may as well pick it up, so at least enjoy the victory if you did pick New Monarchy. If it's 50,000 you got the Glimmer, you may as well throw it away. If you pick it up, you know, it's only once a month or so that these things come up, so you may as well add something new to see if it's any good. That is pretty much it for New Monarchy for the week. He will be chilling out here. So, can't get any more of these rewards this week. I wonder if you actually could, you know, work on your patrols this week since he's still sitting here, so who knows, but they are the victor of the week.
Go with speed and wit.
But outside of that, guys, that will pretty much do it for the weekly reset. I do want to show you one more thing, so let's warp there. Alright, Guardians, so we are here with Devrim K, and I wanted to show you guys the way the emblem might work. So you've got the European Dead Zone emblem. This is going to apparently take over lost sectors and things like that. So you've got your stats about everything in the European Dead Zone here, which is actually kind of cool. So you've got the emblem customization. You can go, you know, find this rare emblem only in chests. This one is only in chests, only in chests, only in chests. So as you open chests, you're going to get these variants. So this one looks like the lost sectors and just kind of cool random designs, but just it gives you an option of something different if you want to sport your European Dead Zone emblem. But the general emblem, despite what variant you're going to wear, will show things like lost sectors found, region chests opened, ghost scans discovered. All of those things are going to be tracked in the emblems. So it's not in a consolidated way like a record book, which I wouldn't mind if they had both of them in there. Maybe they're going to add that stuff later, but this is what the emblems will look like. Every location and every planet is going to have one of these on it. So just kind of a cool addition to add. I'm sure there's going to be a trials one as well. So they're going to have stuff all over the place for you guys. So that pretty much does cover the video for you guys. That's pretty much what I've got for the week. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did enjoy the video, drop the like below. It is always appreciated to help support the channel. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, you guys know I'm going to be keeping plenty of content coming your way, including those Nightfall solos. They will be coming back into the scheme of things. I've also got things with regards to, if you guys want to follow me on Twitch when I'm trying to do those solo Nightfalls, I'm going to try and set up my streaming on my PC, so catch me there, twitch.tv/Ebontis. Keep up with me and all my updates on twitter.com/Ebontis. See when I go live, see if there's any news or random things that I just enjoy talking about. But other than that, thank you guys as always. Good afternoon, good morning, or good evening, wherever you are at around the world. As always, thank you for everything and the support. Keep it coming, and I'll talk to you soon.